Henry the Content Machine. Henry the Content Machine. That should be my name, not Godzilla Brawler. Henry the Content Machine. Everyone walks all over me. I don't stick up for myself. They say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well, I'm the quietest damn wheel you've ever seen, because I don't complain about anything. As you guys can probably tell, I love Shakes the Clown. That's what this is a reference to. And I have put the clip up on my channel, because it's nowhere on YouTube otherwise. But as you can see, this is meant to be a reference to when Binky says, Binky the doormat! Binky the doormat! I'm back at it again. I have yet another idea for a new Airstrike. Although calling this one an Airstrike might not exactly be correct. I should never have watched the compilation of all the different Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because it gave me an idea. Because I was trying to figure out what to do for the Giant Condor video. And you know, I was analyzing it. Dimension Tide was basically Snorlax from Brawl. Giant Condor was basically Latios and Latias. And so unfortunately, in the back of my head, I started to think, I wonder what other Pokemon in Super Smash Bros. Brawl could be given analogs within Godzilla Save the Earth Melee or any other kind of arena fighter. And that was the mistake. Because as soon as I started thinking that, another one showed up in the video, and I was like, oh, obviously. I know exactly what you could do that with. This one is less stupid than the Giant Condor, but it's not exactly as serious as Dimension Tide. If you play Pokemon, I'm sure you know the Pokemon Entei. It's like the Fire Dog Legendary. But in Smash, well, it does this. So here we are back with the lab, as I've used in 2 videos at this point. And I'm going to keep the file, just so if I come up with anything else, I can do it rather expediently. So we're going to have Godzilla pull a Mayor West on us.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
He's gonna walk over in here, and he grabs the power-up. What's gonna happen? Well, if you remember in Smash, Entei stands in place and basically just makes a giant pillar of fire, which you can throw people into, combo with. It just causes general mayhem. So, somewhere on the stage, preferably in the middle of the map, a symbol will appear on the ground. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a hard time looking at it. Move Gigan out of the way here. How curious. What could that symbol mean? I basically just took the Argent Energy symbol from New Doom and used it to make this. But Henry, I hear you ask, why the Argent symbol from Doom? Doesn't that involve demons and stuff? Yes, random straw man. Yes, it does. Maybe you guys remember. If you watched my Godzilla timeline, you might know where this is going. And it's been a bit of a meme in the community for a long time. But Godzilla vs. the Devil was a concept for a Toho film that never got made. And then obviously years later, we got the Godzilla in Hell IDW comic series. So there's this kind of idea, Godzilla goes to hell or fights demons. So, what if the devil was an airstrike / assist / whatever we're calling it within Godzilla Save the Earth Melee or just some random Godzilla 3D arena fighter? Similarly to the Dimension Tide idea I had before, the circle is the important part. But I would have it so that this one remains stationary, and I wouldn't really have much of a timer on it. Basically, you grab the power up, and then for like 10, 20, 30 seconds, the symbol that appears on the ground lights in fire and basically becomes a blazing inferno that you have to fight around. And obviously, if the enemy player steps into it, they're gonna take fire damage, or damage. I know they removed all the elemental typings from damage in this game, but I think you see my point. The sound effect would be appropriate for fire damage. So basically, imagine you're fighting, and your opponent pisses you off, so you grab them. And considering it's just a one-on-one, and you just want to vent some frustration, you hock him into the center. And obviously the flame spiral is going, so Gigan's just gonna get comboed to all hell, take a lot of damage, and then eventually he probably would get spit out. I imagine there would be some kind of knockback. It wouldn't be touch of death, but then it's over. And then maybe you hear like a demonic laugh. And then all of a sudden, it's over. Again, this does not have to go into Save the Earth Melee, and they might not even be able to add assists in the first place. But it would be cool to see something like this in a Godzilla 3D arena fighter in general. Now, this is a little bit more of a fan dream kind of thing. Giant Condor and the Dimension Tide would probably actually show up if such a feature as this were to exist in an actual game. But failing that, I think it would be cool as hell, no pun intended, to see something like this in something like Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. Again, I know the game's meant to be competitive, but you can't deny how cool this would be. And it would actually make the Airstrike power-up something that you look at that when it shows up in the game, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go grab that. Because there would be a wealth of things that not only would be cool Godzilla references, but would just be cool to see in the game in general. And someone who doesn't know the reference is gonna be like, why the hell is there like a demonic laugh? Is the devil like attacking the monsters or something? To which a person who's familiar with the franchise would be like, well, you know, Godzilla actually has been to hell in the comic books before. That's the whole point of this. It would just be neat. Anyway, in closing, I hope you guys like my little creative endeavors here. Again, this is not specifically for Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. I put the label on it just because that's where I would like to see it go, but it doesn't have to. But as someone who's played Godzilla Save the Earth a lot, I really like using the airstrikes. And if you've got the opportunity, you might as well use it and turn it into a series of references that actually affect gameplay in dynamic and fun ways. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video and comment your ideas for airstrikes/assists. I feel like that would be a more appropriate name for it at this point, just because the devil would obviously come out of the ground, not down from the sky. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you in the next one.